Welcome back to the OHIO podcast, everybody. I am your host, Buckeye Boggs, a.k.a. the Podfather, and you are you, and we're thankful you decided to join us this evening for our another Sunday evening discussion roundtable. It's so exciting. I got tongue twisted already. Good to have you all with us this evening. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Get busy in the chat. Chat's already hopping tonight. Good to have each and every single one with you there as well. Tonight's episode is brought to you by A Place at Home Senior Care. If you have a loved one recovering from a recent hospitalization, stroke, or fall, or living with dementia and needing support at home, A Place at Home Dublin provides home care supportive services like bathing, dressing, mobility assistance, and medication reminders, all in the comfort of home. Learn more at aplaceathome.com/Dublin or call 740-472-8181. We are also sponsored by MyBookie. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Head over to MyBookie, and if you haven't already, put the promo code OHIO in and get $500 of bet back services. If you, like me, made some bad bets this weekend, you can get that money back to bet again over at MyBookie. Joining us this evening for our discussion roundtable, we've got Corey, we've got Chris from the home team. And that's right, over there is Dylan Kuhn, a.k.a. Purdue Hockey Sweeps OSU's club team, not our NCAA-sponsored team.
Nope.
But good to have Dylan with us. Dylan, you survived yesterday in Ross-Ade.
Yep.
And how was it? You okay? I mean, it was...
hey, listen, I've seen worse things at Ross-Ade Stadium than holding the best team in college football to 34 points. I mean, I've seen 50, I've seen 60. I don't think I've seen 70. Gotten close. So 34 points and we got a little garbage time touchdown. Hey, listen, where we're at right now, I'll take it. All
right. Well, we're going to have a fun show tonight for everybody. We got some good topics planned. We're going to go through this game. It's great to have Dylan, he's our honorary Buckeye fan who was born and raised a Boilermaker. We thought this would be a great night. And I hate to do this to you, Dylan, but the rivalry trophy stays in my office for another year.
It's going to for a minute. Okay. Now, if we're counting it for basketball, there may be a chance, but I think it's a football only. What's the name? It's the Big Banter Chris Wilde's Memorial Trophy.
Yes, because if you remember, poor Chris was going through his sixth bout of COVID when we drug him to Ross-Ade last year, and we said, "That's all right, buddy, you'll live."
I'll never forget. Like you and Aaron come up, you're like, "Hey, what's good? Good to see you." And then there's Chris was like, "Hey, how's it going?"
It was like Weekend at Bernie's at Ross-Ade.
He had the sunglasses and everything. He's on each shoulder, just dragging his feet.
He's propping him up beside Big Mac Mary.
Yeah, you had to lean on Big Mac Mary the whole time.
Let's get into it tonight. Corey, we'll start with you. We'll go counterclockwise. Your initial reaction of Ohio State's 34-10 win over Purdue yesterday.
Yeah, it's the most boring, dominant team in all of college football history. I mean, these games are just boring.
Imagine having such a problem.
I'm okay with the problem. Don't get me wrong. It's like saying, man, I make way too much money.
Exactly.
I don't know what
We're over here like, can we have some more, sir?
No, you'll eat your gruel and you'll like it. But anyways, don't get me wrong. It's first world problems over here at Ohio State. But look, I mean, it's a little bit of a sloppy game. A couple of things that were good and bad about it. The refs were clearly in Purdue's pockets. I really don't even understand how that works.
I wish we had that.
Anyways, no, look, I actually like Barry Odom. I think he's a good coach for Purdue, and I think he's actually building something there. I hope they have patience with him. Because I mean, there are times that defense was giving us fits and giving us trouble, and actually it was good that we got to work out some of our red zone issues against a really good red zone defense. So honestly, I think in the coming years, Purdue is going to become a thorn in our side again. Right now, they're not there, but it's just that this team is just so freaking crazy efficient. It just doesn't do it in like Hollywood cinema type ways. It just 1,000 pinpricks at you and it just beats you. I'm not complaining, Dylan. And by the way, it'd be the Steve Buscemi Reservoir Dogs, tiniest violin in history. So honestly, though, happy with the win, 9-0, chance to go 10-0. Let's do it.
Chris,
Oh, just another average
barely
game.
hear you, man. Get in your closer to your mic.
Just another average game over another average opponent. I was
We're
a little
upgrading them to
disappointed.
average.
A little disappointed we didn't do more. I mean, come on. I mean, our defense, did not look good in the first quarter. We didn't end up with any sacks on the game. We didn't. We ended up with we did end up with one turnover, I guess. But I feel like we had, and Corey said it best. It's a first world problem to have. I feel like we were very mid, but our mid is better than everybody else. So I think that's where the boredom sets in.
Dylan, go ahead.
God, you like a bunch of spoiled rich kids is what you all sound like right now. Like
I wrecked my
I
Mercedes. I want another one.
we won, but we only won by a little bit, and we're 9-0, and we're the number one team. Cry me a daggone river. Jeez, we're in poverty over here. Okay, where you guys are at the top of the hill in the nice neighborhood with the 3-story houses, and we're in the squalor. We're the sorry people down at the bottom right now, and all I hear is crying from top of the hill. No, I went in expecting a blowout. I'm going to be honest. We went up. Well, I mean, first quarter, we beat the number one team in the country in the first quarter. So that's a t-shirt we're going to start printing. But no, I mean, Ohio State's very good. Just in like the physical aspect of player versus player, you can see it. Not that our guys aren't strong. I'm not trying to degrade my Boilers, but like you look at Smith, I mean, the guy's what, 19, and he looks like a grown man. Like he looks like he's built like he's 40 and just like has been working out every day of his life. So it's very impressive. I don't know. Like I said at the top of the show, seeing a team put 34 on Purdue, I've seen much worse at Ross-Ade Stadium. And I'm glad we got that garbage time touchdown. It was a quick little juke move there, which was nice. But I don't know. You guys sound like a bunch of spoiled brats.
It's interesting. This game, Ohio State tried some things out for the first time. And we saw Lincoln Keenholz get a package on the goal line. We saw some different guys being rotated in at wide receiver since Carnell Tate didn't play. We saw quite a few different lineups on the offensive line. And the offensive line was okay. They weren't perfect, but we saw a lot of that this game. It was a business trip. And it was a successful business trip. We closed the deal, right, Dylan?
You guys act like you played a Make-A-Wish group. Jeez.
A Make-A-Wish group.
Don't even say it, Bugs or Wild. I don't even want to hear it. I right when that left my mouth, I'm like, oh, here comes Wild, man.
We were
it's basketball season, right, Dylan?
Yeah, exactly. That's I kid you not. I'm leaving the stadium, and a random fan I'd never met before that sits behind me, and I look at each other, and at the same time we go, basketball season's here. Like, could be worse, I guess. But yes, we are. The only reason Purdue fans aren't just rioting in the streets is because we're really good at basketball this year. But this isn't a basketball podcast. So.
No, this is definitely not a basketball podcast. Completely different podcast that would be for us. But no, it was good. I agree with Corey. I think you guys have a good coach. Give them time. I'm going to say this, and this is going to sting a little bit, Dylan, but it's not meant to. I think you will agree with this. Kurt Cignetti is in the Cignetti effect that Indiana's had the last 2 years has changed how people view how a program should turn around quickly.
100%.
All right, Dylan, give me your thoughts on that.
No, yeah. So I think that's what's made it hard for some Purdue fans is the fact IU who has been a doormat of football program for the last 100 years, finally gets a guy, and like that, they're number 2 in the country, back-to-back playoff berths. Like that stings when your rival down the street's doing insanely good things that you've never seen
You
from him
guys could
before.
do the funniest thing ever at the end of the season, though.
Yeah, all right. That would be amazing. I don't think it's going to happen, but I don't know. I will say this. We played Michigan very good, very
You
well.
did.
We
You
played
did.
them close.
We were all
And
rooting
then-
for you, by the way.
I know you were. We tried. I really tried. And then we have Ohio State and played them a lot better than I thought we would. I thought we would get overthrown in every way, shape, or form, but we held ourselves as much as this team could. And, you know, Penn State giving IU a game, and if it wasn't for an absolute miracle touchdown by IU, Penn State would be, you know, celebrating. So it does give me a little bit more hope for our game against IU. But first we got Washington, and I'm going to say what every coach says. We got to worry about Washington first. And then we'll go into IU, and it'll be interesting to see how the guys react to a West Coast game. But yeah, it makes it harder. I think that's a reason why a lot of Purdue fans are very impatient right now, because we're seeing what's happening in Bloomington.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are a regular thinking human, you understand that they struck gold, and they, a little bit of luck and a little bit of whatever Signetti brings to the table has gotten them there, and they're killing it. And I've gone to the point, I was on the huddle at the beginning of the year, and I said IU will go 6-6 or like a lower schedule. Like I think they'll have a drop off here. I was dead wrong, completely wrong. They're doing it again, and to much of my dismay, I have to see it, and we all have to see it. It's tough, and that makes it harder. It's like if Ohio State was having a down year and Michigan's absolutely running the table, and it makes it sting a little extra. And I'll say, you know, some of the people I sit around at games, and I have season tickets, so I'm at most every home game. The people at that game around me, in front of me and behind me, were, thank God they're not coaches, because if they were coaches, we would have been kicked out of the Big Ten. I mean, it is what these people come up with, and you know, not going down or not going for it near the 50. Well, yeah, you don't want to give the best team in football, you know, coverage at that 50-yard line, and to boot. And they're Purdue's terrible. Purdue sucks. And it's like, you guys got to realize, like, all things considered, you know, if you really look at it in a regular thinking way, that, hey, where we're at right now compared to last year, night and day. We're competing. You're seeing progression, just from the Northwestern game where we got shut out to yesterday. There have been big upticks in what we've seen, and that's all you can ask for in a rebuild. Feels like we've been rebuilding for a while, but you go through a coach in between, and of course that's going to happen. One of the worst coaches, probably the worst coach in program history. So is it fun? No. Does it look good? No. Are we where we want to be? No. But I feel like we're finally seeing a small bit of progression, and that's all we can ask for.
Tyler wants to know, Dylan, are you conceding football and admitting that you're a basketball school?
I've said that for years. Like, what are we like?
Actually, aren't you a hockey school? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we are. It's
a club hockey
hockey,
school. Yeah.
football.
Actually, they're a ballroom dancing school. Here.
That's true. National
Oh!
champions, baby. We got that. We get boot, scoot, and boogie around
Is
here.
that where you got the promo shot by Dylan there on the advertisement? Is it ballroom dancing?
Yeah, it's
Ballroom
dapper,
dancing
ain't he?
national champions.
Well, I will say this: the ballroom dancing team is tougher than the football team. So.
No, but it is true. We did sweep Ohio State in club hockey this weekend. Shout out to my guy, head coach Matt, and the boys there. They're killing it.
Matt Painter was the coach there too.
Yeah, he's double dutying.
Dang.
He's so bored since we're so good at basketball. He's like, no, I'll try hockey. And it's winning, so it works. Hockey school, baby. But yes, no, I've said for years, and I think most Purdue fans, in 49 other states, it's just basketball. In Indiana, it means a lot
You've been
more.
in basketball school since Gene Katie. I mean, let's be.
Yeah, I mean, we've had two coaches in the last almost 50 years. Like
I know they're both really good.
Yeah. And Matt Painter has much better hair. I love Coach Katie, but he had some.
That's not setting the bar pretty low.
Yeah, I mean, I love Coach Katie, but daggone. So yeah, we're definitely a basketball school. There's no doubt about it. Historically and definitely right now.
50 people on YouTube right now. Appreciate each and every single one of you. Please hit that like button if you don't mind. Let's get this out to as many Ohio State fans like yourself as we possibly can this evening. All right, it's time to hand out letter grades, everybody. Let's go ahead and do the offense first. For Ohio State, they had 473 total yards of offense, 303 through the air, 170 on the ground for 6.2 yards per play, 30 first downs on the game, 9 of 13 on third down. They had and they possessed the ball for one turnover, and they possessed the ball for 40 minutes and 53 seconds. Corey, your offensive letter grade for the Buckeyes yesterday.
I give it a solid B. Run game I thought showed some progression, and especially with you're obviously trying different things in the run formation, but it's still a little sloppy at times. The running backs ran really hard. Obviously, I don't know who that number 5 is, Dylan, but that dude was scoping out the run lanes time after time, and he's driving me nuts. In fact, on the screen pass we threw, he just completely went right by Tegra. Tegra just, what's going on? I heard a whistle somewhere, and he stopped the screen pass. That guy was all over the field.
Yeah.
But the run game still, you average around 6.2 yards per carry. Like I said, I think West had 6.7, and Bo was just under 6 or so, something like that. So it showed flashes, especially the big run up front, which was I'm sorry, Dan, with a BS black and block in the back call.
Listen, that was fun though.
Yeah, it was a good first run. The turnover, the interception by Julian, I still don't know where he was trying to throw that ball. That made zero sense, and he's not like that. And I think it's funny because Eric and I were calling the game, and it felt like Julian was incomplete in a lot of passes, just to find out he's still at 82% completion percentage.
Yeah.
That's an off day for Julian, saying that's pretty ridiculous. But a solid B. Carnell Tate not playing obviously changes the offense a little bit, so it's hard to gauge. The offensive line, like Eric said, I think was okay. Not perfect, not great. Although Austin had one of his better rebound games, pass pro. But that being said, we got to find a solution at guard. Tegra's not it. Padilla was hurt, I know, but something's got to change there.
Chris, your offensive letter grade.
Unmute yourself. Come on.
Can't hear you.
Sorry.
There we go. Yep.
For me, I've been struggling whether to go B- or C+. I'm going to go ahead and go B- because if you look at the numbers, they sound good. But honestly, I don't think the offensive line did perform great yesterday. Obviously, gave up 2 sacks. You had Julian throw an interception. The run game they're still playing with a lot, but I need to see some sustained success in the run game. And people are going to make excuses because we had a couple of guys out on the line. We had Carnell Tate not playing. You know what? There is no excuse. This is Purdue. It's not like you're out. Sorry, Dylan, but facts are facts. This is Purdue, and it's not like you're out there playing Alabama or Oregon or one of the better teams in the country. You should still be able to go out there and manhandle them and not let them get to your quarterback. So I got to go B-.
Dylan, what's your letter grade for the Buckeyes? This will be interesting.
Like I said, I thought going into the game, I set myself up for utmost disappointment. And I thought they were going to hang 50 on us. I've watched a lot of Buckeyes all year, and they just back to back just look great. And I was worried. I was real worried. So I'd give them a solid B+. I mean, like you said, I think they didn't have Carnell Tate. They tried some new stuff out. All things considered, it's a win for them. It was more of a walkthrough, I think, than anything maybe. I don't know. But, and Corey's right. The flying Hawaiian Charles Correa is a dog. And he's real shifty.
What team will he be playing for next year, you think?
Well, he came with Odom from UNLV, so I'm hoping, he sticks with Barry O. Or Coach O, as I like to call him. But no, the flying Hawaiian Charles.
Because we're losing Caleb Downs. We could use another safety. So
you already have Max Clare, who, by the way, Some of our fans booed Max Clare. So stupid. Shut up.
Doesn't his brother play on your team?
Yes, but like the fact you're booing a guy for going from like a 1-11 Purdue team to the Ohio State Buckeyes, shut up. You would do the same thing. I would do the same thing, and I love Purdue with all my heart. But like, it's so lame. Of our fans can be pretty lame sometimes, and that was just an example.
Well, good thing Buckeye fans are never lame. So,
well, most of the stadium was red, and it like I had friends from my hometown that I met up with, and all of them were decked out in Ohio State gear, and I'm like, this is the shoe, the small shoe. This is like the mini,
it's the kid's shoe,
the mini,
the slipper,
the flip flop. It was like so much. I surrounded by Ohio State fans. But that first block, that first 70-yard run called back for a block in the back, that was the biggest pop I heard from the stadium that day. And all of us Purdue fans were, take it back, get back on back. We're talking so much smack, and then the rest is history. But yeah, I'd go B+. I feel like they could have really put the hammer down on us, not to even use our own slogan. But yeah, all things considered, I would take this performance from Ohio State to be Purdue any day of the week compared to what I see. But I understand you guys are just so spoiled.
Andre, it's a good question. I started for later, buddy, so I'll get to it. I'm going to go B+ as well on the offense. Ryan Day's championship beard. I don't think we are trying to hang 50 on anyone. I really believe they want to get a comfortable lead and then cruise. I hope we do hang 50 on that last game in November, though. I do want to see that. All right, time to give a defensive letter grade for this game. Let's head on over to what we did defensively against Purdue. Defensively, we gave up 186 total yards, 94 through the air, 92 on the ground for 4.2 yards per play. They gave up 13 first downs, 3 of 9 on third down. We did get 1 interception, and we held Purdue to only 19 minutes and 7 seconds of offense on Saturday. Corey, your defensive letter grade.
I've been fighting between a B and a B+. I'll go B+. No sacks is a concern. Very little pressure. Quarterback sometimes just sat back there. Just I always like to joke doing his taxes, making sandwiches, taking naps. Didn't like that at all. The secondary did create a turnover with a nice tip by Caleb Downs to Jermaine Matthews, who was ironically, I think, playing cover 3 safety on that one. Or he might have just been in the zone. I don't know. But anyways, Arvell Reese was really quiet, ironically, for once. Sonny Styles had a nice game. Defensive line stopped the run. The run up the middle was just not there. And it just seemed like the seam is still a problem. And I don't know. I mean, only allowing 3 points by the starters is still really, really, really good. So I'm not. We lost Dylan. I can't complain about that, but at the same time, there's just things that look like when we play against better teams is going to be a problem. But we also could have been just playing very vanilla, it seemed like yesterday. So I'll go B+.
Chris.
We're 9 games in. There's no reason for vanilla. I'm sorry. It's
against Purdue, maybe?
I don't care. I really don't care. It's time to turn it up, and I just don't think we've seen it turned up. We didn't get any sacks, as you mentioned, Corey. We did have a good turnover. But you know what? Overall, it was a very good defensive performance, but not what I expected. And maybe Dylan's right. Maybe I'm a spoiled fan, but you know what? I have seen this defense play at another level all season long, and they didn't bring it to the table yesterday. I'm going to go B-.
I think you guys are a little harsh, man. Look at those stats again, guys.
There's more to it than just the numbers, Eric.
Okay. What else was there? What?
We used to talk about the eye test all the time.
Sure.
And I don't think they're passing the eye test, given what I've seen them do in the past, versus a team that absolutely sucks.
That team that absolutely sucked just went into Ann Arbor the week before and gave them the death scare.
Against another team that sucks.
That has beat us 4 years in a row.
And
And what?
I'm not denying that. I think the first three were bogus. The last one, Ryan Day was inside his own head and screwed the pooch on the play calls.
I don't disagree with that. But this defense absolutely, they literally gave up 7 points at the end of the game off of what, the second or third string defense? You can't place that on.
And it was assisted by the refs, so I'll even help you on that one, Eric.
100%.
Yeah.
You can't place the blame on the
Eric,
defense.
if you cannot get sacks against a team like this, you've got some work to do.
I don't deny that, but to come on here and be like, you know, like these players were mailing it in Purdue. I don't know.
I'm not saying they mailed it in, but what I am saying is they didn't play up to expectation.
So what's your grade?
B-.
Okay. I'll go with A-. I think this defense was actually, it was a very good defensive performance. And I haven't gone back, to be 100% transparent, I haven't gone back and watched the film and really dived into it. But when I sit there and I looked at the stats and I thought back in my mind, I thought we played a little conservative defensively again, but that number one defense only gave up 3 points until the very end of the game against a team that had Michigan on the ropes in their house. I think that's pretty good. That's a championship level defense. Maybe not what we saw in totality in West Lafayette, but that's a championship level defense.
This is the first week I've been overly critical of this defense, and I think they earned it.
I do think the lack of pressure on the quarterback's a concern. I mean, it's one thing playing cage, but it's another thing that they weren't even near him at times. Like, they weren't collapsing the pocket at all at times. And somebody said it in here. I can't remember who it was. I apologize. I want to credit you for it. Again, some of the things like rushing Peyton Pierce on blitzes was a little weird. He's not really a blitz linebacker. I don't know. They might have been trying new things or doing different things. I don't know. I still maintain they were trying to coach vanilla for this one, but we'll see. I don't know. They need to get better on the pass rush for sure. But again, it's like the biggest game in the next game, UCLA. Nico, they're going to play a lot of cage on Nico because he can get out and kill you in the run. But when you get up against guys like Nico and Bryce Underwood, you gotta close that pocket on them. You have to, and we couldn't do it at all against Purdue.
I get where you guys are coming from, but the end result is what this is about. Chris, do you think 34-10 was underwhelming?
Yes.
Because why? We didn't cover?
Well, of course, that's always going to bother me, but that's beside the point.
There it is.
No, that's beside the point. Indiana had already blown my parlays out of the water earlier in the day, so it had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
It was just, I did not feel that, and some of the people were putting, he wasn't going to beat up a friend team. He wasn't going to beat up a team that his kid may go to play for.
Ooh.
Guys, I don't care about all that.
I'd say that's on Ryan Day then, if that's the motivation. That's stupid motivation.
You are 9 weeks into the season. You've talked about you've got this next gear. It's time to show it.
All right, we got Dylan back. I gotta get him put back on the screen here.
Can you hear? Am I back?
There
All
you
right.
are, buddy.
Ooh, I don't know what happened there, but I hope I'm back.
Welcome back. Whoa, sorry.
What I missed?
Chris and I just had a 5-minute argument while you were gone.
Oh, good.
So you can go back and make fun of both of us.
What I'm here for.
No, I think that Dylan, what did you think of our defense?
I thought our offensive line played really well, and of course that comes with you guys not doing very well. I thought they held the line very, very well. It's probably the best we've seen them in a while. Thank you. So
what did Chris and I just say?
So I was impressed by it. I thought again you guys were going to tear us up, and you did. I mean, you held us to 3 points. I mean, majority of the game until garbage time. So I mean, you guys did stellar, but I thought our offensive line played very well.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and move on to Buckeye leaves now. This this ought to be good too. So we're gonna hand out Buckeye leaves for the offensive player, defensive player of the game, for the offensive play of the game, and defensive play or hit of the game. So that's what we're gonna do next. I should have had this ready here. So let's go ahead and start with you first, Corey, the offensive player of the game.
Offensive player of the game. I'm going Jeremiah Smith. He is an absolute cheat code cyborg freak. Had the play of the game with that slant that was a pass interference, and he still caught it, and he was falling down. And then
Happened
he
right
had
in front of my seats.
and then he did it just for you, Dylan.
I know.
And then he had the back shoulder that wasn't really a great back shoulder throw. It was still a good pass, but it wasn't like pinpoint. And he still caught it because it just doesn't matter because it's Jeremiah Smith. I mean, no Carnell Tate, and he's still having a huge impact on the game. Even they can double and bracket him. I mean, he's the guy you got to take out of the game, and there's nobody else there that like really scares you because you don't know who they are. And he still has a monster game. So Jeremiah Smith is awesome.
Chris.
I got to go with Julian Sand, continuing the Heisman campaign. He had 303 yards passing, a touchdown. He did have a really bad interception. But overall, as far as the offense went, I thought he had the best game of the day.
Dylan, offensive player of the game.
I don't know if Jeremiah Smith is human or not, but I don't think he is. Like, I think he's some sort of lab that Ryan Day made him out of. That one,
that's
like,
where all our NIL went. Right there.
Yeah, is that lab where they made Jeremiah. That dude, like, I've seen him play twice now in person. Last year against Iowa at the Shoe, and then this year at Purdue. It's unbelievable. Like, I just, you can throw anything at that guy and he'll find a way to catch it. And he's a magnet. They need to check his gloves like they do in the Major League Baseball for whatever rosin he's got on the. I mean, I just don't know how he does it. But yeah, it's definitely Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, it's JJ. He's the first Ohio State player ever to have 25 touchdown catches in his first 25 games in college.
Wow. I mean, I think in my notes, what was it? He had 6 receptions for 109 yards in the first half. I mean, that's unbelievable.
10 through 9 games, 10 touchdowns this year. And he had 15 touchdowns through 16 games last year.
And that's what, again, no Carnell Tate taking attention away from him.
Yeah. And then there was a question about Carnell Tate. He could have played. He's just a little banged up, and they held him out for precautionary reasons. But, yeah, he should be good to go next week. That's what Ryan Day said. So he'll be back. But Jeremiah Smith is he's a freak of nature. Let's just call it like it is. All right, let's go with your defensive player of the game, Corey.
I'm going to go with Caden McDonald. He's just a force in the middle, 4 tackles, tackle for loss. Every time they tried to run up the middle, he just stuffed it completely. So, I mean, there wasn't too many huge standouts. I guess you can go Jermaine Matthews with the pick, but I'm going to go with Caden.
Chris.
I think I'm going to go with Sonny. Sonny had a pretty solid game, 5 tackles, pass defense. He played pretty well. I'm going to give it to Sonny.
All right, we got one for Caden McDonald and one for Sonny. Who you got there, big dog?
I'm going to go with not a player. I'm going to go with one of my favorite, and I'm glad he's doing well at Ohio State, Matt Patricia. People say I look like him, and I take that as a compliment. I mean, I wish I
had the pencil. Where's the pencil?
I wish I had a pencil. No, I've always liked Matt Patricia. I always think he's been a cool dude, and I'm glad he's doing well at Ohio State. The scoreboard thing they did last week,
yeah, that was funny.
And then Patricia in the crowd, like, that was cool. But I didn't go with the player. I just picked Matt Patricia and the defense as a whole.
A lot of people in the chat saying Caleb Downs. What was his stats yesterday?
4 tackles, 3 solo. Of course, he had the tip.
He had a
That's
good
it.
game. He had a. He also. I mean, he and Sonny both had crushing hits on a couple
Yeah.
plays. So.
Yeah. I have a feeling I'm going to go Sonny here in a minute. So I think I'm actually going to agree with you, Corey, because I haven't given Caden McDonald a Buckeye leaf yet. He deserves it. He was eating up the middle of the line. And shout out Ohio State recruiting. We got another defensive tackle today.
Yeah.
Flipped one from Colorado. So Ruffin from out from the Alabama. We would go down south into Bama land and pull out a 4-star from right underneath DeBoer's nose to come be a Buckeye. So
DeBoer more like to snore. Huh?
All right.
Little Billy Madison reference there, DK. I like it. I like it.
Can we,
wild man, you're a culture.
Can we kick Dylan off?
What?
Shout out Don Half Jr. He's holding down the fort as a Buckeye fan in Grand Rapids in the state up north. OH, buddy, good to have you with us tonight. All right, let's go to our offensive play of the game, Corey.
I'm still. Oh, I want to go the Jeremiah Smith falling down catch, but that touchdown pass from Julian Sand to Jeremiah Smith was such a beautiful dart. And it was so perfect. He didn't have to break stride. It was over double coverage with a trailing safety, and it was like over the top. And I don't know, that play will live rent free in my head all night.
I love the way he got the living rent free in your head comment in there, Eric. I know how much you love that.
Yeah.
You know what? What I would love to do is give it to Bo Jackson for his big touchdown run.
Right?
Yeah, that would have been
unfortunately, Unfortunately, the refs apparently thought that sneezing on somebody was a block in the back.
They're like, we can't have the game start like this.
But so I'm going to go with JJ falling down, man. The catch falling down, that was just too good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the same. That like happened in front of my seats, but on the opposite side of the field, and I saw the penalty. Like I was like, "Yep, that's a penalty." And then like the fact that he catches it while laying on the ground, I was like, "Yep, that's Jeremiah Smith." Like I don't know, And everyone's else like, "Oh, well, that was so." I was like, "No, that's one of the generational wide receivers you're gonna see in a long, long time." So yeah, Jeremiah Smith for sure.
And you see his hands on the ball.
It's like this.
It's like there's no football. It's just his hands.
It's like they're playing with the Nerf ball.
Yes, that's exactly what Corey and I said. It's like when we play with our little kids, when we had little kids with Nerf balls, like that's what it's like for him. It's unreal.
I bet his hands from measure from pinky to thumb are 11 inches. I bet.
I got some pretty big mitts, but like I don't even hold a football like he does.
I just got
frying pans with fingers.
I just got done watching that new Frankenstein movie on Netflix, and that guy's hands are freaky, like the fingers are freaky long, and it's that meme where you go, it's like that's Jeremiah Smith's hands.
Yeah,
exactly. I don't know. It's not even remotely close. Like
no,
it's just like this, but his thumbs are still. It's unbelievable. I don't know how he does it. Ooh.
Don McClure, Buckeye fan from Archer's Lodge, North Carolina. Welcome in, OH. Consider being a subscriber of the channel if you're not already, everybody. Got some new names in tonight. Appreciate all of you hanging out with us. My offensive play of the game definitely is the Jeremiah Smith circus catch. It's just every stinking week. And even the difficult catches, like on the sidelines where he, they're like normal now. Like we expect it. Oh, Jeremiah's going to he's going to drag his foot. It's going to be inbounds and it's going to be a catch. No big deal. Like, no, that's incredibly hard to have that kind of spatial awareness and body control to be able to do those things. And he
was born to be a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Or genetically created in a lab. Like
he was doing those like hand grip exercises at like 1.
Yeah, exactly.
His mom was gonna hate. All right, Jeremiah, I'm gonna throw you this bottle. You gotta catch it.
Throwing him NFL sized football since
he's
birth.
Jumping out of his freaking crib. I got it.
Chris and I last night over on the college huddle were talking about how if the Heisman Trophy was legitimately about the best player in college football, who would be invited, Jeremiah Smith would have this thing won easily.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. But it's not about that. So it's a popularity contest for quarterbacks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thankfully, we got a pretty popular one right now.
I don't know. Mendoza played like crap against Penn State and had one play where the receiver bailed him out. So
he had the Heisman moment. That's what they're all calling it. So
they're calling it a Heisman moment, but he played like trash for 3 quarters.
Hey, I agree with
If it wasn't for playing like trash for 3 quarters, they wouldn't have needed a Heisman moment.
Preach, Brother Wilds. Listen, I want you all to know, and I want the listeners to know, the biggest Ohio State fan for the next few weeks, right here. Because
you want us to end Indiana.
I want you guys to send Indiana back 10 years. Like I need Ohio State to put 100 on those fools. Like
last time we promised that, it didn't go well. So
yeah, I know, but I've been a lot of Ohio State fans. I noticed at the game, there's plenty, and the coaches have those hoodies with the helmet on it. I'm not one to wear other teams' merch, but I would buy the crap out of that.
We got some good merch.
Yeah. Nike loves you guys way more than they love us. They love our basketball team. Basketball's got some pretty cool stuff.
We love the Nike gets all that money to give to Oregon. So.
Yeah, that's true. They love
Bobby
Oregon.
Mack says Jake Butt was fawning over JJ all day. Shout out to Jake Butt for actually being a really good sports announcer.
He's very good.
He is not like the other douchebags from Ann Arbor who are on TV,
or even the ones from Columbus.
Yeah, he's the real deal, dude. He is really good at his job.
He's a ball knower.
Which one's from Columbus, though? I thought you all liked all your native sons.
And Jake, if he didn't tear up his ACL, would have been a pretty good tight end.
Anyways, yep, I saw that. I wanted to give a shout out. All right, we got one more. Defensive play or hit of the game, Corey.
Jermaine Matthews interception, I guess. I mean, I don't know. There wasn't a lot of standout defensive plays, but that one, obviously, that was really nice at a time we kind of were hoping for something. So, yeah, Jermaine Matthews.
Chris?
Yeah, that's what I came in thinking as well. Although, if I'm going to be different, I'm thinking that big hit that Sonny had that just absolutely
that was nice,
blew up that guy.
In slow-mo, that guy looked like he got hit by a truck.
Yes, he did. So I'm going to double up on Sonny today, I guess.
That hit from Sonny, it was a collective ooh from the crowd. Everyone was like, "Oh shit! No, shoot! Darn it! I gotta pay my fine."
Did you hear the pads pop on that in person?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you heard it. I thought I got hit. Like it hurt.
Bart, I did not, by the way.
It's a good hit if you feel it from the stands.
Yeah,
what I mean?
I was like, "Oh, ow. I think I got trainer."
I mean, it looked bad. It looked bad in real time, but then Eric and I saw the replay. We're like, look at his head jerk around. Like he just got hit and it just like a crash dummy.
I gotta go Sonny Styles hit. And here's the thing about it too. It wasn't just because he lowered the boom. It was textbook. Face mask, middle of the chest, arms around him, drove the legs, wrapped him up, and drove him into the ground. Like it was a perfect textbook tackle, and it still had the boom with it. Which tells you he's just a freak. So yeah, I got to go with that one as well. All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Give these guys an opportunity to get a drink, use the bathroom, do whatever they got to do. We will be right back in just 2 minutes, and then we've got some questions we want to answer from you all. We have some topics tonight that we want to get into. So make sure you guys hang around. We'll be right back.
Hey, Buckeye Nation. The OHIO podcast is thrilled to partner with Export Mouthguards, the innovators redefining protection in contact sports. Introducing the Ninja Pro Mouthguard, the strongest and most advanced mouthguard on the market. Engineered by dental experts, it's designed to deliver elite protection with a sleek, low-profile fit. Made with carbon fiber and multi-layer construction, it's impact tested to keep you safe from even the hardest hits. But that's not all. The Ninja Pro is 3D printed for 100% custom fit, offering unbeatable comfort and security for any athlete. From football to MMA, dominate your game with confidence while safeguarding your teeth and jaw. Getting started is easy. Use our home impression kit to create your custom fit and enjoy prepaid shipping. It's protection delivered right to your door. Plus, with a 1-year warranty and 100% satisfaction guarantee, and proudly made in the USA, the Ninja Pro is your ultimate defense on the field or in the ring. And here's the best part. When you visit exportguards.com, use promo code OHIO at checkout to get 20% off your purchase. That's right, 20% off elite protection made just for you. Protect your game, protect your future. Choose Export Ninja Pro mouthguards, where innovation meets protection. Head to exportguards.com and use promo code OHIO today.
Guys, we want to invite all of you over to our Patreon page. We had a great week. At the end of the week, we had quite a few people sign up over at Patreon to be a part of our Patreon community. It is a happening place. What you get for only $5 a month is absolutely the best value for extra content in Buckeye Nation. Hands down, the best place to hang out. We have message boards ran by the insider Buck Vader. You've got not only Buck Vader's inside information, you've got recruiting information from Buck Vader and Mika. You've got Buck Vader's blog. You've got TG's NFL rundown. You've got what drives me wild's Chris's hot take of the week, which is fantastic. I've 2 weeks in a row I've made little shorts from that and put them on little shorts on YouTube and TikTok and things, and they've blown up. Indiana fans currently hate Chris Wilds, and it is hilarious. You get what Talking Buckeyes with Boggsy. There's going to be so much more value coming. Get in there now. It's only $5 a month. And plus, we just launched as of Friday our new merch line. The link is right below for Patreon and for our new merch line. You can go now and support your favorite creator here at the OHIL podcast. We've got Buck Vader t-shirts. We've got Buckeye Ladies t-shirts that are coming. We've got the Buckeye Lounge t-shirts and hoodies. We've got the Illuminati, Mika's podcast, or the Illuminati t-shirt and hoodie over there. And we're going to be adding something every single week over on our merch line. And if you guys want or need anything that you would like to have printed, we can do it. We can do it. Thanks to Bart and his company. Bart, who's in the chat right now, he's part owner of this company, and we're thankful for him. Everything is printed and shipped from Bucyrus, Ohio, right here in the Buckeye State. No scum fan made this product or hands touched our OHIO product, and we're proud of that. So make sure you guys go and check that out. Link is right below us. All right, let's get back to the discussion, boys. There is a super chat. Let's get to it first. Super chats always get first. Yes, did you have something, Corey? Or sorry,
No.
Dylan?
Oh, thank you for calling me Corey. That's a compliment.
I'm actually offended by that.
Wow. 2 things. I need a Podfather shirt. And I should have brought my mug. It's downstairs. And then the fact you have enough ladies that listen to this show that you have ladies merch, also a flex.
Thank you. I appreciate that. $9.99 super chat from Speedy. Happy Veterans Day to all my brothers and sisters who have served and are currently serving in our military, and a huge happy birthday to my fellow Marines. 100%. We don't have a country if it's not for our veterans. We don't have freedom if it wasn't for our veterans. Thank you so much, Speedy, for saying that. This morning's church service at church had a very veteran-themed service to it, and I believe that's Tuesday is Veterans Day. So God bless America. God bless our veterans. Thank you very much, Speedy, for your service as well, my man. I know you served as well. All right, let's dive into it. Let's go with this one first. This feels like the discussion I want to have right now, right this moment. Should the Heisman moment be a thing? Because as I think I started, let me see. This isn't what I was going for, but this is a great comment. this season IU fans are like teenage boys that just had their first beer.
I'm glad we all can unite in hating Indiana.
There you go.
Well,
There you go.
Cignetti's an idiot. Cignetti's an absolute idiot. So it makes
And
it
Wild
easier.
and I are agreeing.
It went from being kind of charming that he was like confident. Now he's just a cocky jerk, and he's just mean to everybody, and it's just getting stupid. This stick is getting old. So.
Wild, you and I are agreeing too much. It's concerning.
It is.
Well, great minds.
Should Heisman moments be a thing, Corey?
No, they're stupid. Just straight up dumb. I mean, it's like it's one moment in the season should give you the Heisman. It like lifts you just above the next guy. No, that's stupid. And what is a Heisman moment? Like the Mendoza moment is not a Heisman moment, even though people are trying to crown it one. You play like crap. You throw a pick in the fourth quarter that causes your team to be down. You have to come from behind. And quite frankly, it was predictable because we all know Jim Knowles' defense. And Eric can attest, I was saying it the whole freaking game yesterday. It's like, they're going to come back and win. And then you look at the actual touchdown. It wasn't even because he did anything great. He threw the ball up on one-on-one coverage, and the receiver made a freaky catch. Even though they said, well, Surratt was out, so he doesn't have these five-star receivers to throw to like Julian saying. Well, whatever that guy did was a five-star play, that receiver in the back of the end zone. So, and honestly, it's possible his other foot might have been down out of bounds, but I won't get into that. Either way, that being said, it's not a Heisman moment to correct your stupid mistakes for 3 quarters. Julian saying every freaking game is like, he's just way ahead. What's he supposed to do? He's just incredibly efficient. He's the most efficient quarterback of the modern era that we've seen so far. And Ty Simpson, I'll give him some love. That guy makes some throws that are just pure NFL passes. And Alabama has fought their way back, from a horrible loss against FSU. So this idea that we want to crown Mendoza is only about the underdog story of Indiana. It has nothing to do with the fact that Mendoza's just outplaying anybody. He had one moment in a game where he wasn't playing all that well for 3 quarters against, quite frankly, a defense that ain't all that good. Just saying. The Heisman moment is stupid. It's a bygone era, that moment, because the media was so small back in the day. We get clips now and again. We'd have to turn into ESPN to see anything that ever happened. Now, media is tiny. I mean, media is huge. We can see it all over the place. We can analyze every game anytime we want. The Heisman moment is done.
Chris.
Well, let me just add on by saying this, Corey. Media has ruined the game of football. It has ruined college football. That aside, Eric.
Social media.
Yes. That aside, the Heisman moment is a myth. Corey nailed it best. You've got a guy like Julian saying, better numbers, the most consistent quarterback in the nation, week in, week out, goes out, does not make mistakes. And yeah, exactly. That happened in the past. It shouldn't happen. There's no reason it should happen that a guy fixing what he messed up to begin with should get him any kind of credit for anything.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason. Mendoza to me is not even a candidate. I shouldn't say he's not a top 3 candidate. I don't know that he's a top 5 candidate. He will be because, as you mentioned earlier, it's a quarterback popularity contest. But I'll tell you right now, there's 4 players in the country I can name right off the top of my head who are better than Mendoza. Julian Sayin, Jeremiah Smith, Jeremiah Love, and Ty Simpson. All 4 of those guys are more worthy than Mendoza is. And if he gets it because of this trash moment, it just tarnishes the legacy of the trophy.
And by the way, can I comment on the Doug Flutie? Because he got lucky he won the Heisman. Because he got lucky
Yes.
on a Hail Mary.
Mm-hmm. But that's a great example that Roy points out. Does anybody know who was number 2 in the Heisman that year?
Keith Byers.
Keith freaking Byers.
Yes.
Who was better than Doug Flutie that year.
Not only better than that year, literally had a better career and end up going to the NFL and having a better career than Doug
Yes.
Flutie as well. Keith Byers got robbed the Heisman because of a Heisman moment. And that's kind of what I was hinting at, as I am really worried.
But that was also 40 years ago, so.
Are you trying to say I'm old?
You are old, yes.
I surely wasn't alive.
Thanks.
Wasn't even a thought.
Dylan, do you think that you're the young pup here? Do you think Heisman moments are a thing or should be a thing?
No, they shouldn't be a thing. It's garbage. Just like Corey and Wild said, it was the only reason that play was made is because of the receiver. So if anything, put whoever that receiver is in the Heisman. If we're going to do that, then you might as well put his name in there. I don't even know who it is. But no, they shouldn't be a thing. It should be, at the end of the day, it should be the MVP, right? The most valuable player who has made a genuine difference. And you talk about the consistency of Julian Sayin, and that enough should make him the Heisman Trophy winner. And that takes a lot for me to say. Listen, I'm over here. Like I said, I'm the biggest Ohio State fan for the next few weeks. And if we don't ruin Indiana in the bucket game, and they do end up playing you guys in the Big Ten championship, I hope you hang 100 on those fools.
Jar of Happiness, how do we have a Heisman moment against a 3-5 team with a backup QB who also had more yards than Mendoza, by the way? Ooh.
That's why it's a myth. It's crap. I understand the media is going to try to portray it as something it's not, but any ball knower, anybody who watches football knows that's a bunch of crap.
Preach.
And by the way, I like Mendoza, and Indiana's got a great team. I'm not taking that away from him. And some games are just going to be tough, and you have to come back. But that doesn't make it a Heisman moment.
It would be different. Like, the only reason that play happened was the receiver. I mean, it was an average throw.
He was under pressure and threw it up.
And like Wildman said, if we're gonna make the Heisman Trophy moment an average throw, then you're tarnishing the trophy and everyone that's ever won it.
I mean, if Heisman's about moments, how do you not give it to Jeremiah Smith?
I saw 2 great moments on Saturday. I mean,
he has a moment every week.
Yeah,
exactly.
He had a wild catch against Iowa that I saw last year, and I was like, "That's unbelievable."
He's his own highlight reel. Yeah,
he's unbelievable. Like I could go on about him. I'm a big fan.
Let's go with this one. Andre Green says, "What do you guys think of the goal line package that included Lincoln running the football? And do you think we will see more of that package in the future games going forward, Corey?"
Well, since he didn't get hurt like Devin Brown did, probably. Remember, we were trying it against Purdue 2 years ago with Devin Brown, and I think broke his ankle or something, and Lincoln got in clean. But we only tried it once. I don't understand. Like, we didn't go back to it at all. Was it like a package we're working on, or was it something like, okay, Lincoln, get in there and score a touchdown because we know we're going to win the game. Game's not in question, and we want to give you your flowers. I don't know. I hope they do. You don't ever hear me say that. I don't like taking the quarterback out. I always think you disrupt rhythm with that, but it's something for other teams to watch out for, and it's something for other teams to plan for, and he's a good enough athlete to do it. Quite frankly, he's a better athlete than what Devin Brown was claimed to be, so I actually like the idea of him doing it. Plus, he's not a bad passer, so you can do a million different things with him in the red zone. I don't. Again, I'm usually against taking the QB out, but in this case, I don't know. Lincoln's got some skills.
Let me jump in here real fast, Chris. And you're probably, I don't want to steal your thunder, Chris, in case you were going to say this. If that's the case, just tell me to shut up and I'll be quiet. You can jump in. But before the season started, okay, go ahead, Chris.
Well, no, I was just going to say, before the season started, you and I predicted this, Eric.
Yes.
We talked about this. This was the whole reason, I think. One of the things that kept Lincoln there was the hope of having a package installed that was going to allow him to at least showcase his abilities on a limited basis while, supporting the team as a backup quarterback. And I honestly think we need it. I think we need his athleticism. I think we need to have that ability to get in there and change things up a little. I'm a little disappointed that we haven't seen it more, to be honest. I understand them not wanting to break Julian's rhythm, as Corey was talking about. But at the same time, I mean, you look at the packages and it's kind of reminiscent of how Florida and Urban used Tebow originally to come in, and that turned into a good thing. Now, he's not going to be the starting quarterback next year. We know Julian Sands is the starting quarterback next year. But what it does is it keeps him fresh. It keeps him engaged in the game. It keeps him as, accepting of his role on this team. And honestly, it gives us something else that people have to try to defend. I love it. I want to see more of it. And, I think it's going to be a weapon that we're going to see again. And I'm going to tell you, I think the next time we see it, will be against that team up north. And don't be surprised if we see it a little bit in the playoffs. It
keeps him engaged, and you're going to need that. God forbid, knock on wood, there's an injury at that position. You're going to need that guy ready.
Yes.
And so it does. It keeps him engaged. It also puts him on film a little bit for when he goes to the portal. Let's be honest. That's going to happen after the season. I hope when he does enter, he stays with the team throughout the playoff run, which I think he would. But that hurt Devin Brown. Let's be honest, guys.
Yes.
Devin Brown has not played at all this year for Cal. He lost out to a freshman.
Well, he did, and he threw a pick when he came in.
But we're going to need him because Taven St. Clair is not ready to take over in a playoff run if, God forbid, that happened. So we just need to be cognizant of that. But you're right. I think it's a unique package. It's an interesting package, but I also think Ryan Day's hesitant because he doesn't want to see that same thing happen that happened to Brown last year and he get hurt too. So it's a fine line he's walking right now between keeping him engaged, keeping him invested, but keeping him healthy. And also, let's not forget, he's got a current starting quarterback who is in the Heisman race. I know Ryan Day doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't answer questions about it. He doesn't want to acknowledge it. But that's the truth. That is the absolute truth. DK, what have you guys seen any like dual threat quarterback stuff? I mean, at what point did you guys run bring someone else in and run like a wildcat off of that yesterday?
Yeah, Malachi Singleton tried to wildcat, didn't work against the Ohio State defense. We've seen Malachi Singleton a few times. He's a transfer from Arkansas. When Brown was hurt against Northwestern, saw him a lot. He's really shifty. The Wildcat has worked a few times this year, but like I said, did not work against Ohio State. They sniffed that out. You can tell they watched a few minutes of film, and it just did not work. But yeah, you'll see Singleton and probably like under the 15, under the 10-yard line. If they'll direct snap to him and he'll try to get through the line. And it's worked on other teams, did not work on Ohio State.
I'm going to bring up this topic tonight. I put it in you guys' show notes. Has Ryan Day evolved? Will it bring us a W against that team up north? I am very intrigued to see what Corey's thoughts are about this one off the cuff. Go for it, brother.
No, he's completely evolved. I think he's even evolved in his approach to the offense, to be honest with you. I think he liked the idea at one point of outscoring people. He just felt. I mean, look, the infamous "I'll hang 100 on you." I think he was so confident in his offensive mind that he could out-scheme anybody, he could outscore anybody, and he kind of lost his central focus as a head coach. He was still an acting offensive coordinator as head coach, which, we have more talent than most teams, so we'll win a lot of games that way, but you won't win the games you need to win, as evidenced by the fact he didn't start to win those games until he became the CEO. I think he's matured into an actual full-time CEO head coach. And I don't know if it'll beat the team up north because you just never know with that game. And he's had such a, something's going wrong with him on that game. But I think this year we have a better chance to do it than we have in years past. I mean, last year you would have thought would have been the year to do it. And he just completely crapped down the side of his leg. Not sure how biologically he did that, but he ended up doing it against Michigan. And but that being said, I think this year I actually trust him for the first time in a while. I figured last year we should do it, but when we didn't do it, when we came out of the game, forget it. I can't defend him anymore. He can't get it done. Here I can trust him to do it because of the way he's approaching the game now. And I love the fact that he's become, instead of I'm going to score 50 points a game, he's adjusted new rules of college football. He says we're going to play efficient. We're not going to play. We're going to try to be mistake free as much as humanly possible. Get off the field on defense. Just don't do it. And we capitalize and we score on it. His approach to the game is completely different from even 2019, 2020, 2021.
What I think is happening is fans are slow to adjust to
100%.
the way the college game has adjusted.
100%.
And there are some college teams and coaches who are struggling with the adjustment in college football. Looking at you, Dabo Sweeney. My gosh.
Yeah.
That guy is...
Hey, he just beat FSU. What are you saying?
who is
Alabama couldn't do it.
True.
Nice, Chris. The way those rules changed a year ago, I think Ryan Day was like, all right, let's tap into the NFL style here. And it is right now working to a tune of 9-0.
Mm-hmm.
And if you count last year's postseason, where are we at now? What is that? 13-0? 13 straight? So, yeah, he's evolved. But he's also evolved in a way, like you said, Corey, that the college game has evolved, and he's like, I know how to play this game,
Mm-hmm.
and I know how to play it well. Chris, your thoughts?
I think Ryan Day's evolution comes down to one thing, and that is embracing adaptability. And you touched on it, and Corey touched on it a little bit. But I don't know that there's a coach in the game that learns more from his failures or is right now focusing more solely on what it takes to win. And, you know, I've aired my frustrations about this past Saturday's game, and I still have those. But I also understand what Ryan Day is trying to do to win. And it's a complete change in mindset, whether it's from how he addresses the offense, whether, you know, because you look at it, he was a guy that came in trying to first win his way, which was outscoring everybody. And then he thought he was going to beat Michigan last year by doing it their way and trying to play tough smash mouth football. Well, that was a bad mistake. And now he's showing a willingness to completely change the way he's approached the game. Corey mentioned it. He stepped back into the CEO role. He's trusting in his coordinators. He is managing the overall team. And he's a completely different guy in the way he makes adjustments. He's a completely different guy in the way he's hiring different people. He is a completely different guy in many aspects. He's a completely different guy with his attitude. I don't know. I'm sure we all saw the clip with him and on the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah.
There is a confidence, dare I say, mild arrogance, which is prevalent in all great coaches, that he is showing now. So, yes, I think he has evolved to... If you listen to him, he doesn't sound quite to the extreme, but his attitude has a little Urban Meyer, a little Nick Saban in it. And I love that. So he has absolutely progressed as a coach. And yes, it is going to make a big difference when he goes into Ann Arbor this year.
Dylan, your thoughts on the evolution of Ryan Day, and how much do you wish he was in West Lafayette?
Oh, that's when Ohio State fans in the last Michigan loss were wanting to fire him. I was like, yeah, bring him on. I would take Ryan Day in a heartbeat. I think he's a good coach. I think he's a great coach. You know, you talk about the confidence and Urban's confidence. One of my favorite clips is Urban, I think it was during a Michigan game, pumping up the crowd, and the crowd just pops and it goes ballistic. Like I'd like to see that from Day, and you see energy from Day. I'm not saying he's a a quiet coach on the sideline or mythology, whatever you want to say, but like if they're putting some energy onto Michigan and they got a run going, I want to see him pumping up the crowd like Urban would. And I think Ryan Day is a great coach. I think you're seeing a lot of it this year. I mean, I still think he dyes his beard, but like he's a hell of a coach.
Dylan, let me just say, I'm glad I wasn't one of those lunatics like Eric and Corey who were all about firing Day after the Michigan game.
You were driving the bus before the game even started.
You wanted Ryan Day's head on a swivel. I mean,
I absolutely did, but I'm man enough to say I was wrong.
And that's why
until they lose to Ann Arbor, then Chris will be back on the way.
I would have, if I had Ryan Day's number, I'd be like, listen here, you beautiful son of a gun, come on down to Purdue. We'll send a parade for you. Let's do it.
Let's face it, not even Ryan Day could win in Purdue.
Yeah, he could.
Oh yeah, he could. Yeah, he could.
He can win enough. I'm not saying we'd be winning titles, but
you could have a coaching staff that consisted of Day, Saban, Kirby Smart, and Urban Meyer, and not win with Purdue.
You know what team Saban never beat? The Boilermakers, baby. Never beat Purdue.
Did he not play you guys that year?
0-2 when he was at Michigan State.
Oh, let's not mention the time Saban was at Michigan State.
Take that.
Well, I guess you got to hang the banner.
Listen, I'm telling you, I'm printing T-shirts that says national champion, first quarter champions against Ohio State if they win it all.
They'll be right there with your national champions for our Big Ten champions for the year you lost to the cheating scum, right?
Listen, I'm hanging that banner too. I need to get a banner made, and I'm going to hang it right up back here just for you, Wild.
I'd love it.
So how will this affect the game at the end of this month, Corey, in your opinion? Because we talked about all off season about how Ryan Day just needed to go in that game like he did in the playoffs. But we haven't seen that team this year. They've been a very different team than what we saw in the playoffs. They've been very much more, we're going to beat you defensively and we're going to be efficient on offense.
Well, I mean, look, we have a different team than last year in the playoffs. I think when you go in even against a team like Michigan and you have Trey Henderson and you have Quinshon Judkins, you think you can run the ball. It just so happens that Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant are game wreckers, and the interior of the line is not your strong point, especially with Tegra starting. But I think this year we're going to see Ryan Day, who's been analyzing this team all season. You'll see a guy not try to do something that we probably shouldn't do, but he'll play to the strengths of the team. Yeah, he's going to want to run the ball because you got to be able to try to run the ball. But I don't see us just the placement of the play calling and the runs and the pass are not going to be the same. I think you'll see a lot more short passing to subsidize the run and things like that. I think our receivers are a lot better than what their linebackers and safeties can cover, especially their safeties. The seams are usually open against Michigan. I think you're going to see a lot of that. I think you'll see a lot more attacking down the field. In fact, look, I'm not trying to knock Will Howard, but we all know Julian Sands a much better passer than Will Howard. I think you'll see him use that more in Ann Arbor. And I think I think what's going to happen with sorry, I paused for a second.
Keep going.
We'll see with the defense here. I think Patricia's the perfect defensive coordinator for that offense because he's got a very young quarterback he's going against, and he can disguise things against Bryce Underwood. I actually, like I said, I feel more confident than I even did last year that we're going to beat him this year.
Chris.
Eric, all I got to say is this. Kicking ass is fun.
It's okay, Ryan Day.
And Ryan Day's going to have a lot of fun in Ann Arbor because he's angry. Don't let him think don't let you for a minute. Don't think for a minute he's not. This is a man who's angry at what's happened the last 4 years. And he's going to go in there to make a statement. And this Michigan team is not good. They do nothing but run their mouth. And I think that Ryan Day and Brian Hartline are going to pick these guys apart. I think Corey's very much right. You're going to see the short pass game supplement the run game. You're going to see them pass to open the run. I think you're going to see them be more aggressive because, quite frankly, Ryan Day's tired of hearing it. And Corey made an excellent point. This is a Michigan team with a quarterback who has trouble against vanilla coverages.
Hmm.
What's he going to do when you've got Matt Patricia out there, the mad scientist with his little whiteboard and his pencil, just going to town and disguising schemes and, disguising blitzes. And I'm telling you, I will be very, very disappointed if they don't go in there and beat them by at least 3 scores. Because I think that this team is that good and that hungry and that angry.
Dylan, a week ago, your Boilermakers went into Ann Arbor and you gave them everything they could handle. Give me your take on that team up north.
I don't think they even are even in the same atmosphere as Ohio State when it comes to being good at football. We hung with them 4 quarters. Is Underwood their quarterback, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, have you ever seen a quarterback like Underwood do it?
He's bad. He was terrible against Purdue. I mean, I have never seen a quarterback be so inconsistent and have so many bad throws. I mean, guys wide open, and I think the 4 of us could have thrown the ball and hit him in the chest, and he couldn't even hit him in a 5 feet radius. I mean, I think that Ohio State defense is going to pick him apart. I think they're going to get overwhelmed by Ohio State, and I think Ryan Day is going to fire these dudes up more than any Ohio State team's been fired up going against Michigan. And you look at how it ended last year with the flag in the middle of the field, which I don't know. If I were Michigan fans, I'd genuinely be scared. Like I would be afraid as what's going to happen. And they better talk while they can, because I'm telling you, Ohio State's going to go in there. They're going to go up to Ann Arbor and they're going to absolutely kick their butt. Purdue plays IU at 7:30, so I think I'll get to watch a little bit of the game, but I'll listen to the radio on the way to Purdue. I think Ohio State's going to just run away with it.
So we all kind of agree that Ryan Day's evolved, and then we've talked a little bit about the game against the team up north, which led me to the following question. Who's the one team? And I'm interested to hear your response to this. Who's the one team that is the greatest threat to Ohio State repeating as national champion, Corey?
Are we talking like I have to name another team? Because right now I think Ohio State, if they beat themselves, is the greatest threat. But
if I was a bet man, I was going to say Corey's going to say it's going to be ourselves. Yeah,
He's right.
I don't see another team as consistent as we are. Look, I mean, if you want to say the team who's the greatest threat to be Michigan, even God forbid we lose the game, we're not out of the playoffs, so that's not going to stop us from trying to repeat. If you want to go into the playoff, gosh, you know what? I don't see another team that's just that good, but I could see a Texas Tech surprising us maybe because they got such a nasty defense, not a great offense, but solid. I could see Indiana's tough. You can get caught by Indiana for sure. But the team that I think is going to get to the playoff and surprise people and probably get to the Final Four is going to be Texas Tech.
That was actually my pick as well, Eric. I mean, you're talking about a Texas Tech team just had a big win against BYU, which, by the way, I predicted.
They completely dominated them, too.
Yes. They are a top 10 team in total offense, total defense, and sacks. They fly around the field. They actually, as far as the way they play the game, maybe not the extent with the different schemes and everything, but the speed at which they play the game, they may be the closest to Ohio State defensively with the speed at which they play. And they are just brutal. And they're a very serviceable offense. I think their quarterback is a top 10 quarterback right now in the country. So I think Texas Tech is a team that you really have to watch out for. A lot of people are saying Alabama or Georgia. Well, let me tell you, Georgia is not even in the conversation, in my opinion. They've been bailed out by the officials. They should be a 5-4 team right now.
3-loss team at least.
At least 3 losses. They've been bailed out by the officials on 3 different occasions by bad officiating. Alabama is inconsistent. And I'm going to say something here. It's not going to be real popular, but can we please look at the scores around the SEC? They have forgotten how to play defense.
Well, now that they can't buy players illegally.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what made them great during the Saban years, during those LSU teams, and yes, you could talk about Burrow and that LSU defense or offense then, but defensively, SEC teams had always historically been very, very good defenses. Do you know right now how many SEC defenses are ranked in the top 10 in total offense? Or total defense, rather.
1.
What do you think, DK? DK says 0.
Corey said 0. I say 1.
Actually, they just slid a second in.
Darn.
Missouri got in at 10.
Missouri?
Missouri is in a total defense at 10. Oklahoma is at 7. By the way, do you want to take a guess at what conference has 5 of the top 10 defenses?
It's the Big Ten.
It absolutely is the Big Ten.
Well, like Lanning said yesterday when they barely beat Iowa, that was an old-fashioned Big Ten game. Like he's been in the Big Ten for years.
Yeah, total defense. You've got Ohio State, you got Oregon, you got Iowa, you've got Indiana. And you've got, Nebraska's just outside. So you got 4 of the top 10. You got a 5th one just outside. Guys, I'm sorry. The SEC is not what it was. To me, I'm with Corey. I think Texas Tech is the biggest threat to Ohio State outside of Ohio State.
Dylan, who's the biggest threat to stopping Ohio State from repeating?
I agree. Probably Texas Tech. I mean, they've spent $1 bajillion on a roster, which, like, I always hate when you look at, like, the Dodgers spending how much they spend. You buy a champion. I won't say they bought a championship. They had some trials. But anyway, like, I don't like the thought of the best team being the team that spends the most money. But it's not a truth because, you know, I think Ohio State's much better than Texas Tech. But it's probably Tech. Notre Dame, maybe. But that's a strong maybe.
Notre Dame's tough, though.
Yeah, Notre Dame's tough. I mean, they always seem to play. I don't want to say big games tough because you look at the national championships they've been in. But yeah, I mean, I'd say either, like Corey said, Ohio State themselves, Texas Tech, or maybe a strong maybe Notre Dame.
First, your thoughts on Marcus Freeman. I'm just kidding.
I just want to know where the Notre Dame thought is coming from. 2 losses, no quality wins. Why the hell are we even talking about Notre Dame? Why the hell are they even in the top 12?
Eric,
it's pointless.
Why, Eric?
You know, this is not a case of like a 2-win Ohio State team last year that actually had 3 good quality wins, 4 good quality wins on their schedule. Notre Dame's out there beating up the little sisters of the poor. But anytime they play a team with a number beside it, they suck. They lose.
I'm so happy.
Why the hell are we even talking about it? Why the hell do we talk about any team in the state of Indiana, first of all? Because they all suck.
Is he done? Can I put my headphones back on?
Yes.
Okay.
There was a guy earlier when Chris was going off and says, "You yell too much." I think he left.
Listen. Marcus Freeman is a Dayton dog, so I got to root for my Dayton homies.
Marcus Freeman is an ass.
A handsome one, at the very least. He's a good-looking fella.
Bobby Mack. Bobby.
Most punchable face in college football, and he wears an ugly baby turd green hat.
Oh, I about fell out of my chair there.
Oh,
Deep breaths. Wild man. Wild's whole family just had to wake up.
Oh, Chris is gonna come out of his office and his wife's gonna be sitting there going, What in the world?
I keep
happened
telling
there?
Eric not to bring up Notre Dame. Eric Wildman wakes up in the middle of the night just dead asleep. Where's Freeman?
Well, and
Swinging.
unlike Ryan Day, Freeman wasn't born on third base, so
That was an all-time rant. Wild.
Goofy looking fool doesn't even look like he was born. He was hatched.
He's a good-looking fella. He's got a
DK
hairline.
coming out of the closet tonight.
Most
Listen,
punchable face
I
in
call him
college
as I
football.
sees him. You know,
Most punchable face in college football.
I thought I had the most.
That's
punchable
Dabo. Dabo is the most punchable.
Dabo,
face.
I'd love to get.
Okay, I got to tell this story live on the air. I got an email
You
from
punched Dabo in the face? No, I'm just kidding.
I got an email from YouTube Friday morning about Chris. I did. So YouTube's web crawlers are getting really good because it will highlight the video and who spoke and what they said in the video. That goes against YouTube policy. And Chris, this was 2 or
2
3
years ago.
2 years ago.
Well, it was longer than that because
It's 3.
it was the Purdue game at Ohio State.
Okay, so it had to be 4.
Yes.
4 years ago. So we're talking 2021. Chris takes his daughter to the game. I thought it was a spring game. Maybe it was the Purdue game. You guys are such a cult. And Chris says in the video, well, hold my beer, honey. We're gonna go, we're a cult, so let's just start culting. And YouTube sends me, which I'm probably gonna get another one now, 2 years down the road about me saying it. And it's against our policy to encourage people to join cults.
Hold my beer.
So clearly there's no A&M fans on YouTube then.
Exactly.
God, Wild, never change. I love you. I tell you, that was.
Oh, that's the funniest thing ever, man. When I woke up, to that
somebody
email.
commented that you woke up their
Overall,
wife,
man.
and now they're mad.
That's just Bart. It's okay.
Oh my gosh,
I love this show. I just.
it's one of a kind, man. It's one of a kind.
I will say, like, every time you guys go live, and I'm like, ooh, I click, and I was like, who are these people? And and they're all great. I'm not saying they're, but I'm like, I don't know any of these. I've gotten to know them now. But every time I see Wild, it's an instant watch. I need to call into the Wild show more often, just to raise his blood pressure a little bit.
Well, speaking of call-in shows, that'll be tomorrow night, 8:00 Eastern, right here on the OHIO podcast. I received an ultimatum from Caden. And I did not accept his request.
What was this ultimatum? What was the ultimatum?
Caden told me on our phone call on Tuesday or Wednesday that he wanted to co-host the next show, debate me in a steel cage match, and then we would
Debate
take
you on a what?
the SEC, I think he said.
If he's gonna every time, no, just forget it.
And so then he said, I'm going to stay on as co-host. We'll take phone calls and we'll let the callers tell who won. And I go, well, first off, it's my show. You're not going to tell me what to do. He didn't like that answer. So he said, basically, I'll give you the week to think about it. And I'm like, well, bro, it's not gonna go. It's not gonna go.
Bro, I
down
don't need
that
a
way.
week, man. I don't
Just
tell you.
drop kick his butt to the curb like I did.
So I don't know. At some point today, he went live and he sent me an email with the link. And I'm like, dude, you didn't give me any heads up. You didn't tell me what you wanted to talk about. You just sent me the link, like join. Like, dude, that's not how this works. You actually have to put a little bit of planning into it. Schedule something with somebody.
To be fair, I've jumped on in the middle of nowhere, but that's just how I roll.
Yeah, that's you though, Dylan.
That's the DK difference,
Yeah.
The
The DK difference. Not to be confused with the DQ difference.
From now on, I'm not referring to him as Caden. He's going to be Carl from Sling Blade.
Taters.
Was that the one? Was that the one you got off the phone with before we recorded?
I don't know.
I did, because you got off the phone with somebody and you're like, oh,
Yes.
was
Yeah.
that it?
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Ooh,
Yeah.
put up Brian's comment. I like that one. Hang that up.
Put that. Oh, don't put that up.
Yeah.
Now
Love
you're gonna
you,
get
Brian.
demonetized for false advertising.
Listen, I'm an honorary Buckeye. I mean, that's just what it is. You know, the DK difference.
Oh, Bobby Mack wants a T-shirt. The DK difference.
Oh, let's do it. I'll design it. Shoot.
You know what? I want to take your face. I want to put a bunch of makeup on it, like drag, and we'll put the DK difference underneath of it.
But
Listen,
if
I
you're
don't
going to
think
use
my-
DK,
I don't think my employer would appreciate
Oh,
that.
that's true. That's probably not a good idea to see some little kid show up with your face on like that.
That would be so traumatizing if a kid walked into my classroom. Mister, look, it's you, and I'm just all yikes. That's
No, that's Matt. Shut up, kid. That's Matt Patricia. You know.
Put a
I
pencil there.
could cosplay as Matt Patricia. That's my Halloween costume next year.
There you go. You don't even have to do anything.
was
DK
it
Patricia.
DK Brownie Bites Blizzards?
Hey, ooh.
DQ Brownie Bites Blizzards. He's talking about our Tushy Pushy that turned into Brownie Bites.
No, yikes. Okay.
So we got a tushy pushy brownie bite, and DK's dressed in drag. So this show is just
demonetized. Listen, YouTube is the bots are watching right now. How shall not work? Demonetized.
Yeah, DK, you better be careful, man, because I know you work for the same type of people that I work for. So.
That is very true. I've had to go incognito on Twitter. Like I Googled my name one time and I was like, oof, like I can't have that be happening.
Oh my gosh, I wonder if I ought to do that.
DK and Chris should start a show, and literally the name of the show is "We Work with Children." It's just them yelling all the time about things.
there's going to be a
Dude, the stories we can tell, I promise you.
The stories, oh my
because
God.
You can't make this stuff up.
I've told my principal multiple times I'm gonna quit and be a comedian and just tell stories from my days of teaching our youth. Like it's terrifying, man.
Lucia,
we don't
what
know
are
what
we
we're doing
here? I don't
don't
know.
know.
Hey, the DK difference. What are we doing? The DK difference. That's what we're doing.
So that'll just be a cop out every time now. The DK difference.
Tomorrow night, call-in show, 8:00 Eastern, right here on the OHIO podcast.
I want to
Tuesday
be on a
night.
call-in show.
Okay, we'll do that.
I can't do tomorrow night, but I want to do one.
All right, we'll do it in the off-season, bro. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'll come on the call and show as Carl.
Sling Blade.
I'll do it.
I dare you to call in sometime as Carl, Sling Blade.
No, we need to put him on the call-in show as your co-host, but for his nameplate, it's got to be Caden the Diesel Freak.
There you go.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna get me in trouble. Tuesday night's the Buckeye Lounge, 8:00 Eastern. Wednesday night will be our preview with the UCLA Bruins podcast. They'll be on with us to talk about the big game Saturday night, 7:30 in the shoe between the Buckeyes and the Bruins. Thursday night is the Buckeye Ladies. It's the hottest new show on the interwebs. Check out Mika and TG, as they have great guests and they talk Buckeyes. Their chemistry is fantastic. I've never met two people who their chemistry that fast.
Wow,
that
Eric,
quick.
that hurts my feelings.
Yeah, I'm kind of like sulking. Now.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, quit crying.
It's my
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Are we not good looking enough for you? Huh?
Nope, you're not. Sorry.
Not even close.
I even tried to put you in drag, DK, earlier. It didn't work for me. Sorry.
Okay.
Speaking of, no,
These are just some confessions here. I don't like the.
Well, we
When I
talked
do on the
about
week-
Notre Dame earlier. I thought that's what we were doing. That's a cat.
Yes, it is, Andre. UCLA game is a night game.
before we wrap up, how's all your high schools doing in the playoffs?
Well, here in Delaware, there's 6 high schools. 5 of them made the playoffs. All 5 won in the first round, but then 4 of them played each other in the second round. So I think they still have 2 Olentangy schools left in the third round, and then I think Buckeye Valley won too. So I think they're a little bit smaller of a school. I think they're still in it.
I just
So-
realized, why is there like 4 different Olentangies and they all have the same logo?
Because it was one high school 20 plus years ago, and the school district blew up, and so it got so big that they had to keep adding high schools. So it was Olentangy High School, then it was Olentangy Liberty, then it was Olentangy Orange, and then it was Olentangy Berlin. So there's 4 Olentangy schools.
And they
all
all have
one
similar
district.
logos.
Yeah, all one district, and now there's 4 schools, and they're talking that Westerville North, Sunbury, and Olentangy Berlin, they're all smashed together, that place is booming so much that there might be a 5th one that has to break out from that.
That's wild.
That is wild.
Well,
So you can have Olentangy, West Berlin, and East Berlin. So there you go.
Full circle to the show notes or the pre-recording meeting there with that reference, Corey. Good one.
Yikes.
I'm
All right.
pretty proud of myself, to be honest.
After
should
that,
be.
I just wanted to shout out my guys are headed to the. We just won in the second round. But Valley View Spartans, also my employer. So shout out head coach Matt King and the boys. They're killing it. And I thought while we were on an Ohio podcast, I would shout them out, because if I do it on mine, nobody knows what I'm talking about. And probably people still don't know what I'm talking about. But the powerhouse of Valley View football down here in the Dayton, Ohio area. Look them up. They're good.
Andy Groom is going to be on the Buckeye Lounge Tuesday night. That's exciting, guys. Check that one out. Andy Groom is going to be with TG and the Shock Star Tuesday night, 8:00 Eastern. We got a great show tonight with DK from Don McClure. So there's a fan for you, DK.
I got one.
And I forgot a super chat of Bobby Mack.
You did.
I'm sorry.
I even
Let me
met
grab
Bobby
it.
Mack.
Yeah, Bobby Mack's a cool guy.
Yeah.
There we go. Found it. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that. $5 super chat. The issue with the Heisman this year is JJ, Sane, and Mendoza are all in the same region and will pull votes from each other, giving Simpson the title. Ooh.
That actually is a valid argument.
I didn't think about that.
However, I think that's a big reason why you're not seeing Ohio State push JJ.
That's a good one. I'm gonna chew on that one, Bobby. Let me chew on that one. Maybe I'll put a
That sounds like a video, Eric.
Yeah, I'm going to put a video together for that one. That was really good. Thank you, Tyler, for letting me know that. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. Everybody, have a great night, everybody. Enjoy your evening. What's left? Yes, DK.
Hold on. I'm doing something real quick. You got to watch the chat.
Okay.
Okay. Should pop up anytime now.
Oh, my gosh. I don't want to hear that.
No, like it's God, how slow is this thing? Oh, there it is.
$1.99 super chat. Fine for cursing.
Swear jar.
Yeah.
Swear jar. The DK swear jar. There's a shirt. Maybe not.
There's the DK difference right there. $1.99.
Well, next time somebody brings up Notre Dame, I'll just ship you $20 to get a good start, Eric.
There you go. Appreciate it, man. Hey, everybody, have a good night. Remember, be kind to one another. I owe someone's OH and Carmen High with all your heart. Till next time, you all know what to do. OH.
Boiler.
Ayo.
Ayo!
Go Bucks.